Hello. Hello. First of all, you deserve an explanation. I was fasting and then I failed on day 4.5 or 5. I got to a point where that was it, I had to eat. So I did, and then I had like the most busy weekend ever at work, and I just had to put in a load of hours, and then I fell ill. And I'm only just getting over it. It's just a really bad head cold. You can probably hear it in my voice. I just felt like I've had concrete in my head for the last 4 days. So yeah, I'm better. And then about an hour ago, I got an email, which I'm very, very annoyed about. What can I say? If you watch the channel for a while, then you know what I'm talking about. And if not, here's a quick reminder for people. The YouTube terms and conditions changed not so long ago, so that you have to have a certain amount of subscribers, certain amount of watch time to be able to be monetized. I have neither of those things. Now, the email I received was that I've, for the second time, got a copy strike on my Alien 3 video, which was just me basically reviewing the film. It was like, again, it was like a love letter, like my Alien Isolation video. It was like a love letter to Alien 3, but it was also a review and sort of an opinion piece. And I've had 3 separate copyright claims for 3 separate songs. Now, I'm going to cut to a bit of footage I recorded a couple of minutes ago about me actually finding it. Alright, here you go. As you can see, no monetized signs, money signs whatsoever. As you go down, we come to it. There it is. That's the copyright claim right there. And yeah, I was pretty confused by that anyway. And as we click on it, we'll move on. At the top right there, you can see the copyright sign there. I'm pretty sure that's not on any of the other video things. And there they are, right at the bottom there, the details. Now there's 3 separate songs there, as you can see. You got the option to play the track, but the first thing that caught my mind was like, who the hell is that company that's actually copyright claiming the music? That's not anything to do with Fox. I don't recognise it as any of the original people. So I googled it, as you can see. I just watched this in real time as I looked. There's the top search results on Google for what TCF Music Publishing is. Now I understand that over the years the rights for such an old film's musical score will be bought up by different companies, and it'll be a bid for the original copyright holder to make a bit of money, because obviously record companies are going down the tubes, as it were. But see, TCF, I don't know why. Tell me if you think it's different, but I got the feeling that this is a company that sits and copyright claims on behalf of other companies and just takes the money and then just sits there and waits for people to come to them. Just from, have you cleared your license? Would you like to get permission to use music? They seem like a bit of a middleman. Anyway, with that thinking, I went ahead and thought, right, I'm going to actually play the tracks now and see exactly what it is that I've...
Bye for now.
So I'm back on the same screen again. And as we can see, that's the end of the
Bye
video.
for now.
That's also the end of the video. And also,
Bye for now.
That's the end of the video. Forgive me, but how did I use 3 tracks in one section? So not only is it a middleman company that's claimed the money and put ads on my video, but they've also just went, yep, that one, and that one. It's an automated thing. I'll tell you honestly, I only use the top one. Aficionados of Alien 3 will recognise that I only used the first one. And I used it separate to the footage as well that was ripped from my DVD. And there you go. Annoying. Now, as I was saying, that's 3 separate copyright claims for 3 separate songs in one part of the video, in which I only used the one. And it was the outro of the video. After discussing the whole thing, after crediting the composer, after making the whole video a transformative piece, I should be fine to use it under fair use. Sorry, I felt it was appropriate. It was the end of the video, so I used the end of the film with the beautiful piece of score by Elliot Goldenthal. And the thing that really annoys me about this is not the fact that it's been caught for the second time and I've disputed it, it's gone away, but I am not monetized. My channel is obviously not monetized. I don't meet the criteria, but a third party can swoop in, and that's what they've done. They've monetized that video for themselves. Now, what if that claim was wrong? And if I manage to successfully dispute this, which I will try to do, they could have potentially earned thousands of pounds from my video, potentially wrongfully. In this case, they've got grounds, obviously, to say, hang on a minute, have you asked permission? Should you be using that piece of music? To which I could then respond. But that's not the way it's working. It's like, they're just putting their hands in other people's pockets now. And that's been happening. Loads of people have talked about it. But then, and you know, loads of people like the biggest ones, like PewDiePie, for instance, getting copyright claimed and copy striked and all that sort of stuff. You don't really realise what's happening until it happens to you. In this case, obviously, I'm not losing anything. It doesn't really bother me in that way. What bothers me is the fact that they can monetize an unmonetizable video just because they said so. They're stealing from people. These companies, not necessarily YouTube, but I feel like it's something that YouTube needs to address. The strategy that they've chosen, although probably coming from a good place, is not a good thing, because it's so very, very ripe for manipulation. People can totally just scam straight out of it. I mean, I could sit, if I had the means, I could sit all day just striking videos. Does that mean that their income's mine until they prove otherwise? And then do they get to claim that back off me? Because I don't think that's the case. I've not heard anything as far as like a comeback. I've only ever heard the side of the story where people get, you know, claimed. Moving on. I may cut most of that out. I see all 3 Elliot Goldenthal songs that are quoted in this claim. I've wrote that my use of the music in this case is purely for review and reflection purposes. The use also is transformative and referenced. The composer is given credit for his work on this piece. Finally, my channel is not monetized, nor is it eligible for monetization under the new terms and conditions of YouTube. Also, I don't believe Elliot Goldenthal, the composer, will benefit from this claim. If this was the case, I would not be seeking a reverse of this decision. Finally, I don't feel it's appropriate for a third party to be able to monetize my channel that, as previously mentioned, is ineligible for monetization to gain profit where there is none. Now that last part is like, I maybe should write it down and actually explain to YouTube once I put this through, that there is no profit because no one's watching my videos. I'm making these things purely for me, and if people start watching them, that's great, but that's all it's for. And I just get a little bit like wound up when people are able to do things like this, and like it winds me up that people want to do things like this instead of like actually just working for themselves or trying to do something for themselves. They'd rather just take from other people. Now that's like that feeds into reboots and cover songs and music industry and blah, 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 you know, robberies, burglaries, etc. Identity fraud. It just upsets me, the whole idea behind it. Not like copyright claims in general. Although in this case it has upset me, as I say, because I am ineligible to monetize my own videos. But someone else can come along and just bypass all of that and take any revenue I would have gained, which isn't much because I don't get any views, so it doesn't matter. But it's the principle. And I feel like it's worth saying because there are people that do this for a living and it does matter to them. And someone can just come along and dip their hands into their bank account or pocket and just take it. And that's not... It's not on. That came off as a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not on. I don't like it. Like I say, I'm a fairly empathetic. I feel empathy a lot for other people, and a lot of the YouTubers I watch are like the bigger ones, obviously, and some of them are somewhere in the middle, like the E.T.C guys that are now on Internet Today have now just gone completely solo. Now, obviously, ad revenue isn't what it used to be anyway, but if every single video of theirs is getting copyright claim and their brand deals that they get, they don't secure enough for that particular week, then somebody goes hungry, surely, you know? And it's like, it's becoming a job for these people, and we watch it, and we enjoy it, and we get entertained by it. And I'm not saying, like, reach into your pockets and donate to these people. Like, what I'm saying is, it's not right. And I feel like we need to not call out, but make this known to YouTube in a bigger way than has maybe already been done. I'm going to do, like, I sat by whilst big YouTubers were complaining about this stuff and I didn't do anything. By the way, part 2, I'm going to start filming my neighbours because they're assholes and I'm getting fucking sick of living here. Anyway, because I feel like that one particular policy should be changed. I feel like it should go through at least a question-answer phase before straight to, like, click demonetised or click claimed. You know? I feel like there should be some sort of process, even if it's just by the claimant and the creator. They have to have some sort of speaking terms with maybe a YouTube process as a mediator. Then no people have to be involved, it's just a process. And you've got like a letter from one end, a letter from the other. Mediation goes on somehow and then it's decided. Yeah? Because at the moment, people are just able to take, and the people that have been, you know, that have had it taken from them have nowhere to go. They can't do anything about it, and it's shit. Basically, it's shit. I would like to reiterate that this is more about other people that make a living at this more than myself. It's just like with it happening to my video that it's already happened to about, you know, twice before, I think. Or is it just the once for that one and one other? Yeah. It just brings home, like, what if I was making money at this? What if this was my job? I mean, I work in this game shop, and if somebody didn't like the way I spoke to them or felt like they'd said what I'd already said, they can just, reach into my pocket and take some of my wage away from me, or nearly all of it. It doesn't really make sense, does it? You know? And what little ad revenue there is now, you know, and people can just take it from them. It just doesn't seem right, and I feel like it needs to at least go up for review. The process, I mean. Alright, rant over. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that crap. Thank you.